once again, welcome to Sir Renran's math tutorial. We're learning math made easy. And today is already the part 5 of our lessons, continuation to the videos we uploaded in the channel. And that of course we'll have another method in solving the quadratic equation. That's our goal today. Solving quadratic equations using quadratic formula, and it's very familiar. Okay, quadratic formula is actually derived from the standard form of the quadratic equation, and that our objective is to solve accurately quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Right, let's proceed directly to examples similar to the examples that I have in the previous video, as you can see, but this time the method used is the use of quadratic formula. There you go, you can see the quadratic formula above here. X is equal to negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So the most important thing here is that of course you'll be able to write every given quadratic equation in standard form, so you can easily identify the values of a, b, and c, because that is what we are going to plug in here, right? Example, this one, though we don't have c in here in this example, x squared plus 4x is equal to 0. So what you are going to write as values, you have your a, numerical coefficient of x squared is 1, and for your b it's a 4 because you have 4. Since you don't have c, you don't have constant, you will write c is equal to 0. And that's what you are going to do if a c is missing or the b is missing. A should not be missing actually, take note of that. Now we are now going to plug in this value. Simple, we are just going to plug in the formula, so it will become x, so negative b, so that's the 4, so copy the negative, then 4 plus minus, of course you have the square root of b squared, so you have 4 squared, minus 4, which is already there. Your a is 1, so you have times 1 times, you extend a little, times your c, which is 0. Alright, all over 2a, which is 1. A is 1. Now you can do it, you can simplify it because these are just bad numbers. If you were able to correctly plug in the values, no wonder, you should be able to get the correct answer, right? So negative 4 plus minus the square root of, so simplify natin ang nasa loob ng squared sign. This is 16, 4 squared is 16, so you have 4 times 1 times the 0 is actually 0. Okay, so we're just going to erase that. I-erase natin yan. Right, liitan natin. And then, of course, the denominator is 2, since 2 times 1 is 2. Okay? So further, you are going to extract muna the square root of 16. So we can simplify. So x is equal to negative 4 plus minus the square root of 16 is 4. Okay? And then over 2. So what you will do is now just break your answer, the positive negative 4, separate them so you can simplify and get your x's. Your first x is equal to negative 4 plus 4, we'll take the positive first, over 2, and then your other x is equals to negative 4, and then consider the negative, so negative 4 over 2. So simplify muna the numerator. Negative 4 plus 4, that's a 0. So 0 over 2 is 0, so therefore your x here, 0 divided by a number is okay, it's fine. Okay, that's a 0. Alright, so in the other side you have, so we will box it, so that's our first x. So here it will become a negative 8, putting together the two negative 4, and then over 2. Therefore your x is a negative 4, so you have 2 x's here. Your roots, by the way, of the given, you can write it. Your solution or roots are 0 and negative 4. Okay, so that's it. That's how simple it is. At the next. Alright, so here the next given is complete. All terms are complete. No? We have 4, 5, 6 for the A, B, C. So you have A, which is 4. Make sure that when it's not written in standard, you still have to rewrite it in standard before getting the values of your A, B, C. Alright, so your B is -5 and your C is -6. So what is next to do? Just plug in it in the quadratic formula. So you will have x equals, since your B is negative and the formula is negative B, that would become +5 because negative times negative is a positive. So +5 plus minus, okay, you're going to have let me erase that, it's a little bit, pangit tingnan. Okay, so we can write that. Okay, that's better. So that's -5 squared minus 4 times your A is 4 times your C, which is -6. Alright, so what's next? You're going to simplify further. By the way, you still have denominator. Okay, so you have 2 over 4. Ayan. So now you can have +5 plus minus, simplify the one that is inside the radical, the square root sign. So -5 squared is 25, and then if you are going to multiply that, that's a -4 times 4, 16 times -6 is a +96. Because negative, it's a positive. Okay, over 8, because 2 times 4 is 8. Now next is extract the, you simplify your radicand. Okay, so you have 5 plus minus, add mo yan, that's equal to 121. So over 8. Then extract the square root of 121. So therefore you have 5 plus minus square root of 121 is 11, because 121 is a square, over 8. So what's next to do is, of course, separate the +11 and the -11. So for your first x, you will have 5 plus 11 over 8. And for your other x, you have x is equal to 5 minus 11 over 8. Now you are going to simplify the numerator, or add, that is a 16 over 8. So therefore, your first x is 2. Okay, here you will have x is equal to -6, because 5 minus 11 is a 6 over 8. I-reduce mo yan, that's x is equal to -3/4. And then you can write your roots or solution. Alright, and that is 2 and -3/4. You will notice that it's very simple to use. It's really good to use quadratic formula. In fact, it can be applied to any quadratic equation. Okay, you can solve whether it's not factorable. When you apply the factoring, then you can apply the quadratic formula. Alright, if you cannot apply extracting square root to it, then you apply quadratic formula. You use quadratic formula. Ayun. So let's have the last example that I prepared here, similar talaga in the first video that I have posted. Here we have x squared plus 6x plus 8 equal to 0, already in standard form, so you don't need to write it in standard form anymore. Again, if it's not yet written in standard form, you have to write the given in standard form, so you can easily get your A, your B, and your C. Your A here is 1, the numerical coefficient of the first term is 1, and then your B is 6, and your C is 8. These are the numbers that you are going to plug in here in our formula. So x equals negative b, so that's positive, so it will remain negative because of the negative sign of b. So negative 6 plus minus, of course you're going to write 6 squared for the b squared minus 4 times, of course a is 1, and then your c is 8. So you're just going to extend that, and that you have 2 over 1. 2a is 2 times 1, since a is equal to 1. So you will now simplify it further. Negative 6 plus minus, simplify the one inside, that's 36. So 4 times 1 times 8 is a minus 32. Okay, that's 32, negative 32, so minus 32 over 2, because 2 times 1 is 2. Now simplify the radicand. Okay, you have 36 minus 32, that's a 4. You can make it shorter anyway. Over 2, and that after that you are going to extract the square root of 4. So you have x equals negative 6 plus minus the square root of 4 is 2 over 2. Okay, so you are now about to get the solutions or roots. So here, as you can see, you're not just going to break or separate positive and negative 2 to get your x's. So x is equal to negative 6. Let's take first the positive 2, then over 2. And then the other x is equal to negative 6, and then take the negative 2, so minus 2 over 2. So then simplify the numerator. Negative 6 plus 2 is a negative 4 over 2, and reduce it, simplify it, that's a negative 2. Okay, negative 4 over 2 is a negative 2. Here, what you will do is combine the negative numbers, so that's negative 8, then over 2, copy the denominator, then simplify it. So x is negative 8 divided by 2, negative 4. These are our roots. So you may write your solution. Our roots are negative 2 and negative 4. That's how simple applying quadratic formula in solving quadratic equations. Okay? Alright. Thank you so much, and thank you for your support. To those who continue to support this channel, thank you so much, especially to our subscribers. Special thanks also to the following subscribers: Samantha Cristina Apilan, Frances Clothine Astilio, Princess Linri Celestial, Stephanie Julie Dagupan, Angela Gunit Dabiado, Christy Dorothy Chin Labita, Charmaine Oliveros, and Monterey's Beha, Arthur Linri Celestial, and Kyle Monteroyo, and of course Rolly Dayula. Thank you so much guys for subscribing. Bye bye.